You want to know about Wintergreen Resort, and we are here today talking about options to buy, what the cost might be, amenities, what you can look forward to, and we're going to take care of it all in this video. There's even a wintergreen spot in the B-roll, so take a look for that, see if you can find it. Let's get after it right now. Let's go. I am JD Miller. I work with that international real estate called eXp Realty. Got the GoPro out today and we're out vlogging at Wintergreen. Now today is a little bit overcast. You're gonna see in the rest of the video, I shot a different day. It's pretty sunny. The sun's trying to peek through right now, but not quite there. Now, if you are interested in Wintergreen or any place around the Lynchburg, Virginia area, go ahead and give me a call. Here's the number, the email. Call me, text me, send me an email. I talk to people every day about moving to, in, or around the Lynchburg, Virginia area. And this is around the Lynchburg, Virginia area. I'm actually here today with a Lynchburg couple, and we're doing a property inspection on a condo that they are under contract for. We're about an hour from Lynchburg, an hour from Charlottesville, 2 hours or less from Richmond and Roanoke, 3 hours from DC, 3.5 hours from Virginia Beach. It's a good place to be, and you're close to a lot of different things. I had one client that sold a condo, upgraded to a single detached home because they spent so much time here. So if you're thinking about that, or if you want to learn about Wintergreen, go ahead, give me a call, send me a text. I would love to talk to you. And of course, touch the subscribe button, either like or don't like, whatever you want to do. I think it might help the YouTube algorithm either way. I don't even know how that works. But go ahead and give me your honest opinion. Maybe you're a Wintergreen veteran. Go ahead and put a comment down here. Tell people what you like, what you don't like, how long you've been here, if you visit, if you rent, if you own. Let people know what your experience is with Wintergreen. Help them out, and that'll be a benefit to them too. We're gonna get after that video right now, get into all the details, and we're gonna start at the bottom of the mountain. It's about a 2.5 mile ride up the mountain to the Mountain Inn. So let's go take a look. And here we are pulling in to Wintergreen on the mountain. Now, a small piece of Wintergreen does lie in Augusta County, but most of it lies in Nelson County, and the only way in and out is in Nelson County, this main drive that you pull up. You'll see all motorcycles have to check in at the gate office. Motorcycles are not permitted on Wintergreen property. If you're an owner, you may check in and then ride your motorcycle to your residence, but visitors cannot come on motorcycles and drive around the mountain. And as an owner, you're not supposed to be on your motorcycle driving around the mountain. You'll see on listings, they say that property at Wintergreen is a gated community. It's not really gated. There is a gate office building there with the police department, police cars, but it's not gated that you have to have someone open a gate to let you onto the property. And we'll go ahead and just kind of fast forward and zip up the drive here to the Wintergreen Inn and Resort, kind of the center of activity here on the mountain. Okay, the speed limit is 25 on the mountain. We'll see how we're doing. Oh, right there, that's us, 25, looking good. Truck was speeding a little bit, 27. We're looking pretty good. do is good right there, 27, 28. And right up into the Mountain Inn. We are at the Mountain Inn, kind of the central spot on the mountain. We're going to take a walk in and through and show you the other side, but we got to mask up first. And here we go. You have your check-in desk to the left and Wintergreen Real Estate down the hall. Some property owners will use the Mountain Inn just kind of like a hotel, where people that stay at their property that they rent out will come to the desk and check in to get their key, and it'll be their kind of central communication point. If you own property at Wintergreen, or if you're thinking about owning property at Wintergreen, I can certainly discuss the options with you about how you can rent out your property, what are some of the benefits to doing it through Wintergreen Property Management, and maybe what are some of the benefits of doing it yourself. Like I said, Wintergreen Real Estate is at the end of the building there. The company that owns and operates Wintergreen Resort also owns Wintergreen Real Estate. So you could certainly go through them if you're looking for property here, but there are various other people that cover, oh, let me take my mask off, I'm outside. There are various other realtors that work the area as well. One of them you're listening to right now. We got some music playing through the speakers. Not a lot of snow out here. I don't know if you can see it right up top there. Try to zoom in ever so gently for you if I can. There are some condos, vistas overlook the cliffs, and they were looking down into this area of the mountain and the Mountain Inn. All right, we're masking back up. Trying to follow protocol, being a good neighbor. Heading back in. As you come inside the front door, you would turn right. We just turned left. Down this hall, we have some shops. Again, it's off season, so there's not a lot going on. But during ski season, it's pretty hopping in here. We are at Devil's Knob Golf Course. Now that is an exclusive golf course here at Wintergreen, which means you have to be a member at Wintergreen or a guest at the Wintergreen Resort in order to play here. We're walking up on the 10th tee box here and towards the clubhouse, which I'll show you in 1 second, but it is beautiful out here. It's closed right now. They're getting ready to open this month. It's a beautiful, beautiful golf course. You may see on a sign, well, it's a little bit ahead of us, elevation 1,300 something. On the website it says, I think 1,380 or something like that. It's the highest golf course in Virginia. So if you get a chance to stay here, or you decide to be a member here at Wintergreen, you can play Devil's Knob Golf Course and play in the highest golf course in Virginia. And it's pretty cool also. Not just cool, but average temperatures of 76 degrees. So that should be all right as you're hitting the fairway. A beautiful location. You can buy one of those places right on the golf course. And right there you have the clubhouse. I was told a little secret about hole 14. We might try to find the 14 tee box. I was told there's a beautiful overlook at hole 14 that not many people know about, so we will try to give that a shot and see if we can find it. And we're just gonna head up the steps here real quick to the clubhouse. See if I can do it without falling. Beautiful clubhouse spot. Very, very pretty, gorgeous. Okay, we're going to try to make it back down the steps without falling. A couple of really nice guys here working, getting ready. Again, they said there was a nice overlook at hole 14 off the 14 tee box that not a lot of people know about. I'm going to try to find it. I tried to get a cart so I could ride out to see it and show it to you, but they're in the process of turning over their carts and buying some new carts. So we're going to see if we can find it on our own driving. We'll find out. Okay, we found it. Just off the 14 tee box. You can see some more golf hole stuff down there. And man, it's pretty up here. So when you're out golfing, you check out the 14 tee box and walk just behind the 14 tee box and you will see this lovely view. So while we're here, let's talk a little bit about Wintergreen. If you buy a single detached home, and there are some single detached homes right here where I'm sitting. Actually, I'll swing around here, I'll show you one behind me. They might be able to hear me talk. I don't know. But if you buy a single detached home, and there's another one right back here, you are going to pay $1,820 a year in a homeowners association fee. So that's for any property here, single detached, or if you own a condo or a townhouse, $1,820 per year. That's annual. Now, if you own a townhouse or a condo, you're going to pay an additional condo association fee, and that can vary. On average, you can think of it about $6,000 a year. Some are lower, some are higher. And those different condos cover different things. Some cover firewood. One condo has its own pool. They'll cover the roof. They'll cover the common areas outside. As you'll see, some condos have a lot of wood, kind of walkways working up to the condo, so it'll cover that. It generally will not cover anything inside, of course, your HVAC, your hot water system. It won't cover your individual porch outside. That's going to be your responsibility almost all the time. So if you're looking at a condo, you're going to want to pay attention to how much are the condo association fees. But here's the thing, most people, they really like a particular area. So you might like those areas, which we're going to drive by and I'll show you in a little bit. You might like those areas that have the great views right on the mountainside. You can see out and you can see the ski slope, you can see the mountain Inn, you can see the mountain ranges behind you. You might want to be somewhere closer right at Wintergreen Inn, so you're within walking distance to the slopes, and you can get to shops or restaurants or something like that pretty easily. So it's all about location, 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 really. You can upgrade things, you can do things to your property, but you can't change the location. And if you're in a spot where you can't see, you'll see or hear things like seasonal views. So seasonal views might mean coming right up into now, like over the winter time and coming into now, you can see some winter You can see some mountain ranges in the background. You can see you have some view, but as the foliage starts to build up here in the summer, your view is going to be blocked. Some places have year-round views. It's beautiful, it's gorgeous, and that's going to make a difference in price, of course, but it all depends on what you want. Ski in, ski out condo. I want a place that's close to the mountain inn, that's easy to get to in and out. I want a place that has more, maybe a little seclusive feel and a certain view, then the price might go up on things like that. You can have condos anywhere from $100,000 or under up to almost $400,000 for a condo or a townhouse here. So the prices, they vary. And speaking of the real estate market here right now, it's pretty hot. So if you're going to want to do something here, then you're going to want to be ready, be pre-approved, be ready to go, unless you're paying cash. We have quite a few cash buyers here that come in and find what they want, and they're paying cash. Some are doing no home inspections on condos and things like that because of how aggressive and competitive the market is right now. So right before COVID hit, I'll say, I was told by some realtors that have worked here for years that, man, we haven't sold as much in the past 3 years as we did in the past 6 months. And that has kept going up through today as I film this video and talk to you about Wintergreen. So those are things to consider when you're talking about a detached. Do you want to buy a detached, or you want to buy a condo or a townhouse? And I'll show you right where I am, just off the 14 tee box. You move back this little path. There's this little outcropping of rocks right here, and you can stand or sit here. You can't sit too comfortably, but you can sit, and you have this gorgeous view. All right, we're going to run around and try to show you some other spots here in Wintergreen, get you a little familiar with the place, see some things you might like, see some things you might want to consider as you're thinking about visiting or even buying here at Wintergreen. So just up behind the Divine Cafe and Wine Shop is the High Country Park. And you have some shuffleboard up here. Play some cornhole down there. Picnic tables, little gazebo, and a nice little dog park with a fire hydrant inside. I don't know if that fire hydrant works. So this is here for now. You never know if they turn this into some high-rise condominiums, because look at that view, man. That is pretty out there. Very nice view. Looking down into the valley below. Let's talk amenities a little bit. There are two different places here at Wintergreen. You have Wintergreen on the mountain, and you have Wintergreen in the valley, Stony Creek. There are two pools. There is Chestnut Springs Pool up on the mountain, and at Rhodes Farm down in the valley, you have a pool and tennis courts. Those pools are available for use to property owners and their guests. You do not have to be a member of Wintergreen Resort in order to use those pools. So Devil's Knob Golf Course, you need to be a member. Devil's Grill Restaurant, you need to be a member. The indoor tennis facility and the outdoor tennis courts up at Devil's Knob, you need to be a member to use those. There are also over 30 miles of trails here at Wintergreen that you can hike. We're very close to the Appalachian Trail. In fact, it runs parallel to Wintergreen property. It used to actually run through Wintergreen property, but now it runs parallel. The Blue Ridge Parkway is about 15 minutes away. You drive down the mountain, take a right, and you are about 15 minutes from jumping on the Blue Ridge Parkway, which is a beautiful drive in and of itself. There's a ton of things to do. We're going to talk about some of the wineries, the cideries, the distilleries and things like that as we head off the mountain to get down into the valley to take a look. But first, we'll take a last look here around High Country Park, which, enjoy it while you can. Maybe it'll be condos for your pleasure in the near future. This is behind Divine Cafe and Wine Shop, and Who knows what it'll be in the future, but right now it's a nice little park, dog park, shuffleboard, picnic tables, and gazebo, so that's awesome. You can do that here. And we're gonna take a drive around the mountain a little more, show you some more views, show you some houses, what they look like, show you the outside of some condos and some different areas. Then we're gonna head off the mountain, head down into the valley, and take a look down there. All different property types. Just depends what you're looking for, what you want to spend, and where you want to be on the mountain or in the valley. You are looking at highlands and ledges and cliffs and vistas and overlook, and you are looking at some great views from those condos right there. If you're going to stay in one of those places, or if you're going to buy one of those places, that is what you're paying for mostly, the awesome view, and they are really nice inside. Of course, they have different levels of finishes and square footage and things like that, but this is a great row of condos. Highlands, the cliffs, vistas, overlook, some really nice places to stay at, and gives you a beautiful view. Okay, now take a look as I make my way up the hill back to the car. You see these long wooden walkways. These are some of the walkways that the condo association is going to cover. These balconies out on the front of the condos, they are not going to be covered by the condo association. But generally, these wooden walkways, these common areas, they are covered by the condo owners association. And that information, what's covered, what are the restrictions, all that kind of thing for the homeowners association, for the condos owner association, will be covered in your condo documents and your homeowner documents. We can review some of that information before you decide to make a purchase. Up there in the top left corner, I believe you might be able to see some green along the side of the roof. Looks like they're doing some roof work. Roof work will be covered. Okay, so we are on Devil's Knob Loop, and that is a loop that runs up around the top of the mountain. Really nice homes and some nice views, and then you'll have some offshoots like this road right here, Forest Court. We'll just pull in real quick, and in these little offshoots you'll have 3 or 4 homes clustered together. And then back out to the loop. And we got some hikers, some walkers. You will often see people walking and exercising, jogging as you drive along the road, so you do want to be careful. And as stated, it's 25 as you roll through the mountain here. We are going to pull off into this little overlook off of Devil's Knob Loop and take a little bit closer look at what we can see. So here's the pull off of Devil's Knob Loop, and you can see if you're in one of those homes, you have a pretty nice location looking down into the valley. One of these roads, either right here or over here, is the Blue Ridge Parkway. Very close to that. It's one of the many spectacular views from up on the mountain. And pulling into Wintergreen Founders Vision Overlook. And here we are at the Founders Vision Overlook. Nice little semi-covered area. You can read some plaques and learn about it, We are looking at part of the 10,000 acres that makes up the Wintergreen property. Right over here we can see the Mountain Inn, and then down in here you can see the Rockfish Valley below. Beautiful look at the mountain range, and among those 10,000 acres you have just about 3,700 property owners. There are still lots and parcels available for sale up on the mountain and down in the valley if you're looking to build something of your own. All right, we took a stop on our way to Stony Creek right here at Blue Toad Hard Cidery. This is just one of the many places you're gonna find up and down the 151 corridor and Route 6 going up towards Interstate 64. You've got the Hard Cidery here. You've got Devil's Backbone back there. You've got a bunch of stuff up and down 151. Flying Fox Vineyard, Veritas Vineyard, Silverback Distillery, the Brewing Tree. You have a whole bunch of places to go and eat and drink and enjoy. Some places within 10 minutes of the mountain, some places 25, 30 minutes or so, but well worth it and a beautiful drive. Lots of places to go. All right, let's head to Stony Creek. Down in Stony Creek, you have homes already built, homes under construction, home sites still for sale. There's a nice little community fireplace. And they do have a model home that's open. We're gonna go take a look at if we can. But maybe mountain living is not your thing and you wanna be in the valley, and you want to be close to all those wineries and distilleries and craft breweries, and you want to be close to jumping up on the mountain to go skiing if you want, but you want to be in the valley. So this is definitely an option for you if that's what you want to do. Well, there is the model home. It looks like no one's here right now, so we're not going to be able to go inside, but you might be able to check it out if you take a drive by. Although, look at that sign. It does look like it is under contract. Beautiful little spot, nice views of the mountain. We are down at Lake Monacan, part of Wintergreen Resort and property owners. At one time, you had to be a member of the Wintergreen Resort in order to use Lake Monacan, but no longer. Now it's property owners and guests. And it's a 20-acre lake. Take a look back there. 20-acre lake and a little sand area. Got a little beach volleyball area back here behind me. And then way back over my head, you can see some of the golf course down here at Stony Creek. So this is a nice amenity, a nice little area for people to use. Just stopped and talked to some homeowners here. They've been here 4 years. They're retired, walking their dog. They love it. So Lake Monacan, nice little place to come if you are on the mountain or in the valley, but it's located right in Stony Creek, part of Wintergreen. The number one thing I like about real estate is meeting great people. But the other thing I like about it is getting to look at different kinds of architecture, styles, colors, that kind of thing. It's all up to the individual what they like. But it's great to look at different kinds and see, would I pick that if I were buying a place? Would I do it that way? Would I do it a little differently? Lots of options here. We're just going to take a look at a couple of them as we get ready to head home.